Lights out and away we go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Formula One True North. We are back here with all the boys. This is a very special episode.
Momentous.
Amazing. First time, everyone is in person. Everyone's together. Thomas, we found out, is a real human being,
That's
real
right.
person.
Not
That's
AI.
right.
Yeah, because AI wouldn't put together that outfit.
It's just occasion.
No.
Special occasion for the 51st episode.
I think it could. Like, it works.
Does it?
It
Does,
does.
yeah, does it?
Does it?
Does it? Maybe inside the bunker it works.
Yes.
Yeah, but out
Exact-
here in public, I mean, it's just,
bringing the
matches
Soviet
his
fashion
walls.
It does match his walls.
let's hope, yeah.
Matches
here. This is an
walls.
episode of Thomas roasting, I see.
The best part about his outfit's the fucking hat.
Does not match.
It does not match.
Yeah,
No,
it does not match. But we're here with all the boys. It's nice to see everybody in person.
Yes.
Hell
This is the first time we're meeting Thomas in person. First time I've met you in person
Yes,
as well.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've not met
word.
Ed yet. So
He is also a real boy.
he's also a real boy.
Yes.
So lots going on. So quick introduction. We have. Are you on your phone?
Yes, I am on my phone.
We're in a podcast. We hit record. This guy's
Okay,
fucking on
yes, yes.
No, it's
Tinder.
cool. It's after 7. Take the call.
I'm not taking the call. Good.
That reminds me.
Anyways.
I'm gonna silence my phone.
Yeah, silent. Everyone silence their phones. All right.
Yeah.
So we have Ed here.
Hey
After
everyone,
this?
where am I? I'm looking here.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
looking over there. The
Hello.
self-proclaimed Oracle of Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll hear more about that. Why?
Yep.
I'm sure we will.
I'm sure we will. We have the liberated Lithuanian,
Hi.
straight from Lithuania. Thank you.
Well, I've been in Canada for a while, but sure, straight from Lithuania.
Well, you know what I mean.
You did come straight from Lithuania. Yeah.
All right, come on. You're ruining my intro.
I know, right?
You're ruining my intro. And then we have Drew.
What's up?
I'm Walker, and we are here to recap. We're going to talk. You know what? There's a lot of stuff to talk about right now.
A lot.
Because in the few days since the last race, welcome back from Zandvoort.
Zandvoort. Yeah.
Zandvoort.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of shit has happened, but let's talk about the race first. And I'm reluctantly going to throw it to Ed because I know he has something presumably insightful to say. So, Ed, take it away, buddy.
I win. I win. I told you guys, McLaren is gonna take away the season. It's done. It's over with. Like, you can say all you want about it not happening. McLaren is going to win the Constructors' Championship, and Lando is going to win drivers. And then Max Verstappen's going to be salty. So that's going to happen. 100%. Quote me on that.
All right, so we got a wink and a gun. And anyone want to follow that up?
With that one, Thomas. Shit.
God damn. Race was shit in summary because there was no action. I expected way more action. I'm glad Lando won like me and Ed kind of predicted. Max is salty. I think he's going to get saltier. But there was no action. I was missing that action. I expected more from Mercedes, expected more from Ferrari. Not sure what happened with Kick Sauber. You know, Aston Martin wasn't performing well either. It was lacking oomph for me. So, yeah, it was shit race.
I wonder if that's a measurable amount of success. That's a specific measurement. We were missing about 7 or 8 oomph this race.
Yes.
Unit of measurement.
It is. It's an official
Lithuania.
Lithuanian unit of measurement. You know what? Yeah, Thomas, you're 100% right. It was mediocre at best. The best part about it was that Max didn't win, and I don't know if are we even allowed to shit on him anymore for this? Like, it's been a lot of Max not winning as of late, which I'm okay with.
We're
I'm okay
approaching
with.
that threshold.
There's
yeah.
a threshold
Yeah.
of like, do we expect him to win anymore? And I'm not. He's not the guaranteed runaway at this point. And you know what? The fact that the race didn't even have a yellow flag means that it just wasn't exciting enough. Nobody was trying hard enough. It came down to a bunch of tire strategies, and I just don't think that I don't think it's what the F1 fans are here for. Obviously, they're a little bit pumped about having Lando pulling off some wins, which I can love and appreciate. Obviously, Mercedes was not where they needed to be. 7th, 8th is not what they're gunning for, especially after a couple of victories and some good podiums, of late. But I think McLaren has something special in their car, and I'm pretty sure Toto's pissed that he's given them an engine, and they've taken it and ran with it in a big way.
So I think universally the collective thought is that it's a pretty underwhelming race.
Yeah,
a little bit boring. I want to go back to Ed's prediction. Because what was your actual prediction for the weekend?
So my actual prediction was it was going to be McLaren 1-2, and then Lewis Hamilton.
Okay, so just to be clear, you got 1 out of 3 right.
Yes.
Okay, so like less than 50%.
Yes.
Okay.
Less than 35%.
Less than 35%, yeah. I'm just clarifying for the people out there listening that.
But on a technicality, it's still a win.
Is it?
Still correct.
Technically, yes.
And then let's not
Well,
glance
hold on.
If you were going to Vegas, would you take 33.5% odds?
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't.
would.
I wouldn't.
better than 0.
Yeah.
Anything's better than 0.
The only 0% that's happening is that Logan Sargeant was not winning.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Or 100%.
That's
yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
So just be clear, like your predictions, your whole like Oracle era that you have about you right now, Oracle aura that you have about you right now is based on a 33% success rate.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to double
Celebrate
check.
small victories, dude.
Small
Celebrate small
victories.
victories.
You gotta celebrate the small victories. If you don't, then what's the point of it, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
I guess so. So I mean, my takeaway from this was, I think this was the most mature victory we've seen from McLaren all season, and in years, because I think we've talked about this a lot. Previously you'd see McLaren, they'd take the lead, or maybe they'd stumble at the beginning because Lando has had some shit starts recently, and they just seem to implode, right? Whether it's strategy, whether it's driver confidence, trying to like do too much too soon, and I feel like this time we saw a composed McLaren team and driver who just knew they had the car under them to win, and they just did it methodically. And it felt like a very familiar story, seeing a 20-second lead out front.
Yes.
Except it was a different car,
Yeah.
right? And
22 seconds. That was crazy.
it was absolutely dominant.
Yeah.
And it was...
You know what I was going to say, like, after you're making that point, I was like, well, we do have a dominant car of the two, but, like, Oscar wasn't there, right? So, like, is this one of those, like, Max Checo situations where you have one guy who knows what to do with the car and then the other guy's still trying to figure it out? Obviously, Oscar's much better than what Checo's been doing over the last dozen races. But I think there was a perfect storm of things that were happening at that race. I can't say for certain if McLaren's going to be as dominant at Monza. I don't know if that's the play. I think that Lando of the two has the better shot at it, as long as he doesn't botch it going into the first corner or off the start like he's been doing. But I think that that McLaren has something to work off of. But I think that this is where Ferrari might put all their upgrades into this, and because it's a home race, right? They need to show up in a big way. So I think that that Ferrari's going to pull out all the stops to make sure they got some serious straight line speed at Monza.
Well, I think I think it was last year that they did pretty well. Was it did Carlos Sainz win last year, Monza? I think
No,
he did.
Max Verstappen won.
Was that Max?
I'm 99% sure.
All right, cool.
It's a pretty good possibility that
I'm gonna
Max
double
Verstappen
check.
won. We're gonna fact check ourselves on the
Yes,
fly.
yes,
Yeah,
please
yeah,
do,
yeah,
please
yeah.
do. But here's the thing, though. Like, remember when we talked about it before the break, that there has to be something that Ferrari has to do in order to kind of like start to bounce back to their early form at the start of the season. And I'm not going to say that they're kind of like starting to get back into it, but the results are pretty well. Like, we have Charles Leclerc finishing podium, and then we have Carlos Sainz finishing in 5th. So, I mean, that momentum alone, like, even if Leclerc kept on complaining that he's not like up to snuff when the season started, but I think they're doing something right now. And we all talked about it too, like even with McLaren as well. Like, the break in itself was a good way for them to kind of like take a break, do some re-strategy, and see what else that they're kind of like lacking on. And as you said, Walker, the maturity of McLaren showed in Zandvoort. And I don't know if you guys were listening to the radio messages between Lando and his engineer, like at the very start. Like, they were asking, okay, so what are we going to do now? And Lando
He said,
like,
who's the race with?
Yeah.
Is it in front of you or behind you? He's like, what the fuck you asking me for?
Exactly.
I'm in a car driving as fast as humanly possible.
Exactly.
You figure it out. You let me know who the race is with.
Exactly. But the thing is, it didn't sound like Lando was worried about it like what he normally would. He felt like, okay, I can just do whatever at that point. The confidence was there. And, wishful thinking, they actually listened to our podcast and, hey, maybe those guys are right. Maybe we need to re-strategize. Who knows?
Zach Brown is definitely a subscriber.
Yeah.
I counted all 49 of them. Zach Brown came up as number 1, so I'm just
There
saying,
you go.
just saying.
There you go. Thank you, Zach Brown.
Yeah, so going back to Netherlands a little bit, I was kind of shocked that Max didn't win because I thought it's going to be his home race, but at the same time, I'm glad because different podium finisher. For this race going forward, I don't think Ferrari's going to bring it up. I still think McLaren is going to kill it. I think they have a momentum going, and they're going to continue going that trajectory. Ferrari's not there yet. I don't see it. Yeah, Charles got third, Sainz got fifth, but something is still not – the gears are not turning as well as they should. In regards to Red Bull, I really don't think they're going to dominate this race. I think Max is going to, again, finish like second or third or fourth. I don't see him being competitive in this race. I mean, if he wins, I'm going to be surprised in this one, if he actually gets podium. But my prediction is McLaren is going to continue killing it for the rest of the season.
I think Leclerc willed that Ferrari onto that podium. I don't know if they're the third fastest car, and he made that happen.
2 races in a row.
Yeah.
He's done a solid job getting that car up there.
I think it's been underplayed how well that guy's been driving.
When you're driving a tractor, yeah. Right. He's performing.
Well, he did say that.
Yeah.
Well, I think Monza, they're bringing a pretty big upgrade package, aren't they? Ferrari? That's what I read. They're going to be bringing...
Are we calling this episode the Big Red Package?
The Big Red Package?
Do you remember the Big Black Package?
Yeah.
I think that was like episode 4, dude. That was like a long time ago.
We were onto something.
We were onto something.
Yeah.
The Big
Yeah.
Red
I think they're bringing a Big Red Package to Monza.
Hell yeah.
Oh, my God.
In obviously an effort to kind of improve and obviously the home race of sorts. They're also bringing some sick
Delivery.
Livery.
Okay.
the livery, the fucking fire suits.
Yo, the Batman. That Batman look is fire. Yellow and black. Have you seen
it.
it?
No,
I
I
haven't
haven't
seen
seen
it.
it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Get on the socials, boys.
Hold on.
Yeah, yo, honestly, it looks fire.
We're gonna.
One moment, please.
One moment, please.
Fact checking. Oh, yeah. I saw you bring it up.
Yeah.
I was looking over your shoulder. Yeah, I was fucking right.
Yeah. You're Oracle, maybe not a historian. That's for sure. Because it was
Oh
Max.
my
It
that
was
won.
Max. It was Max. It was Max.
Yeah.
Definitely shit
We were in
talking
person.
today.
This is way better to shit talk. Far superior to shit
Listen,
talk.
That's
if you're
true.
gonna put yourself out there as like the Oracle,
It's true.
like you put a lot of pressure on yourself, man.
Oh,
And-
that's fine. I
Well,
like
Big
pressure.
mistake.
Walker's digging up the
Here,
livery.
here. I got the livery right here.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Right?
Right?
Yes.
Let's see the suits. Let's see the outfits. Oh, where are they?
Are there like a carbon look?
It's a carbon look.
Yeah, let's get it.
You know what? I hope it won't disappoint like the blue one.
The blue
This is not
Yeah.
the blue one.
That blue one was.
And you know what sucked?
All right,
It
here we
could have
go.
slapped.
Carbon.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Right?
man.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 They're
Please
showing
search
up.
it. Please search. If you haven't seen it, if you're listening to the podcast right now, search it and then go to our Discord and let us know what you think.
Which brings up another great point. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, share the podcast. We appreciate it. It helps with the algorithm. Jump in the Discord. Link is in the show notes. Discord's a lot of fun. There's a bunch of people in there just talking about all things F1.
There we go.
It's pretty lit, not gonna lie.
So it's going to be really exciting. We're going to see what happens with Ferrari at Monza. We're going to see what happens with McLaren. The one person that won't be at Monza is Logan Sargeant.
Oh, yes.
He will be missed 0.
Dearly. Come on.
None.
No?
He will be missed none.
Little Logie?
Little Logie.
No more American F1 drivers in F1 right now.
That's it. He
That's
got,
true.
Oh, well.
What an odd time to get dumped, right? You'd think usually over the summer
Dump him early.
break,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Let him down, give him some time to...
You know what though? As Drew said before the podcast, I think that 1.2 mil crash. I think that was
was
too
it.
much. That was too much for
Think,
them.
Especially with Williams.
Oh,
They
yeah,
don't
they're
have the
cash
budget.
strapped.
Yeah,
No, no.
they are cash strapped. They don't even have 2 chassis chilling. You know what I mean? We've already been down this road. Logan got his
True.
car fucking stolen. Like,
Yeah.
We've already been down this road.
And that was a big crash, man.
That was.
Oh, he
Yeah,
big
it
it.
was bad.
destroyed that thing.
Yeah, it was bad.
Absolutely destroy that thing. So Logan's not going to be there. Who's replacing him again? I just saw this today, so I don't actually know the name. Where's he from?
He's the Brazilian guy?
We're going to fact check everything
Yeah,
in real
everything's.
time.
We apologize for not being that prepared.
Don't.
We apologize.
Not apologizing.
You're the Oracle, man. You should know this shit.
No, just for races, not for actual real life. Because if I was an actual Oracle, I wouldn't
Starts
be
with
here.
a D.
Listen, man, you're either an Oracle or you're not.
Okay, fine. I'll take it.
Let's see who replaced Colapinto.
That's what I meant.
Colapinto.
Yeah.
C, D, same thing.
CD. That's close.
the same thing.
They're one off.
I put the sexy and dyslexia.
What do we know about this guy? Because I feel like he came out of nowhere.
F2, Colapinto. Do you watch F2?
Yeah,
Yeah,
F2
I do
performed
not.
pretty well in F2, and
The only reason I watch Formula 2 is because I jump onto the Formula 1 stream early and there's nothing to watch except for the highlights of F2.
Yeah, that's
Which are actually pretty lit.
Yeah.
You can say what you want about F2, but like those are pretty much spec cars and like those kids run it.
They do.
They go hard.
That is the nice thing about
Yeah.
F2, right? You like the same cars,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
guys like going at it. So he came out of F2. It still leaves Mick Schumacher nowhere. And he's been, they've been pushing him pretty hard. I feel like he's got some fans in the paddock and management that are trying to find him a seat. But why is no one giving poor Mick a chance?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Like, I think, is Mick Schumacher a known entity already to someone like James Vowles? And they're like, listen, like we know Mick Schumacher is a B-, C+ at best. Should we go with a raw dog like Colapinto and see how that rolls out? You know what I mean? Liam Lawson jumped in the seat as a rookie driver and slapped with it. I think Oscar Piastri is another golden boy who jumped in and slapped it right away. So, like, why wouldn't you roll with a Colapinto? Because he's been killing it in F2. He's been doing all right. We got, like, Hadjar. You got a bunch of guys. And I think, getting someone like Liam Lawson over quickly got a little bit dicey with the Red Bull contract that he has signed. And I know that Mick Schumacher has the same thing going on with Mercedes. And I think Colapinto was the path of least resistance.
I would agree, but I was actually expecting Liam Lawson to take that seat. But you are right, like because of his contract, and if he doesn't get a seat next year, then yes, he can just like bounce out and go to another team. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how Colapinto is his name. Yeah, and see how it works out. I mean, Ollie Behrman was pretty good this year too. I mean, when Liam Lawson replaced Ricardo, same thing, scored points. So let's see what happens.
I mean, nice rookie grid next year.
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah,
definitely.
I felt a little bit sad for Mick, honestly, because on the race it kind of cut to the view with him and Toto sitting. He was kind of smiling, and even Toto was trying to push James Vowles to highly consider Mick. Give him a chance, and it's a shame. I really thought that James Vowles would take him on at least for a couple races and give him a chance, but clearly that's not happening. And I do think he does deserve a seat and given another chance, because Haas was not. It was wrong timing with Haas and wrong management, I think. So he wasn't showing his potential.
So what does everybody else know about Mick Schumacher that we don't? Because we look at him and we're like, okay, he's got pedigree, which is not necessarily relevant. He had a couple.
It's not nothing though.
It's not nothing,
Yeah,
no.
it's not nothing.
Right? He had some mediocre seasons with Haas, but a lot of guys have mediocre seasons. A lot of guys are on the grid right now, which, Sargeant was a good example, that, presumably shouldn't be there, who've had shit seasons. Why is everyone avoiding this guy? Thoughts?
That's a great point. I actually don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just
And
curious.
someone as powerful as Toto Wolff with somebody that he has a relationship with, like James Vowles, like that
Yeah.
was his like underling. You'd think that push would be like, you think James Vowles would know something about Mick Schumacher that we don't know. And he went with the choice that made more sense. So like, you're right. Do I know what that is? We should ask the Oracle.
Well, what I'm thinking of right now is just because of what happened with Haas, like his brand as a driver, his reliability of keeping the car on track is kind of like, left a stain on him.
So he damaged his reputation, is what you're saying, kind of.
Pretty much. Like, again, speculation. Don't hold me up onto it, but
Don't
like
quote the Oracle.
but I feel like it's not there yet for him to actually take. Maybe there could be another seat for him, or possibly just stay in Le Mans. at
But
this
Logan Sargeant didn't deserve a seat, and somehow he was almost 2
I
years.
think he got the U.S.
the push and stuff. Yeah.
The same thing with Joe Granu.
Yeah.
Because like, do you
China
guys remember
money.
where Joe Granu finished in the last race? Do you guys
Last.
remember seeing him at all?
No.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Both. Yeah.
Both.
Jacob, yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna segue over to the winners and losers of Zandvoort.
Shall we?
Okay.
Let's
Good
do
time
it.
as any.
Let's do it.
Winners, losers, Drew? Start us
Winners, back to what we were saying, McLaren. McLaren was an obvious winner. And, you know, like we've already mentioned, it was not the fact that they won the race. It was the fact that they started without the lead, got the lead back, and knew how to handle it. Showed that maturity that they really needed. And they're starting to think like a front-running team, not the mid-level pack team like we've been talking about. Biggest losers. You know what? Let me give you a quick second place on that one. I think Alpine was looking pretty good. Pierre Gasly in qualies was looking pretty nice. It was better than Ocon, which was nice. And, you know, I don't know if it's the confidence of him getting a drive and Ocon getting the boot, but I think that Alpine deserves a little shout out on that one. Let's go to the other end of the spectrum and let's talk about Kick Sauber. These guys need an overhaul quick. And I know the whole Audi Sauber thing's happening, but like, I don't think that can happen fast enough because these guys are, I don't know if everyone else is just getting better or these guys are just taking steps back, but it's not in a good look at all.
For me, as Drew said, winners would definitely be McLaren. Their performance is on par with what we've seen the last couple of races. I really hope they're going to continue going the same direction that they're going. For losers, I was really disappointed in AMR, Aston Martin Racing. I expected so much better. You know, at one point, both boys were in the points, and I think Mr. Fernando finished 10th, and I think Lance finished 11th or 12th, I think. So that was disappointing to see where they started and how they performed. I expected better, you know, at least, you know, 6th, 7th, somewhere there, but not almost like last in the points. And honestly, for losers, again, Kick Sauber, like, still not a single point for both drivers. Disappointing. And it's extra disappointing for me because my favorite driver, Mr. Valtteri Bottas, is not performing. So I'm kind of scared for him.
Is that the green? Is that the inspiration for the green? You're kind of cheering them on.
That's for all the smart ones.
Yeah.
That has to be it because fashion sense is definitely not the answer.
Yeah, it's a
Support
very
for
Kick
Sauber.
Kick green.
That's right.
Yeah.
Especially the socks.
You gotta lift up your foot so people can see the socks and the loafers.
No, you have to. Yeah, show everybody.
Oh,
Well,
what is
no,
happening.
the loafers.
The loafers
They make
matters,
it.
bro.
The loafers.
All loafers matter.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Crazy with it.
Ed,
All
you
right.
got-
Winners for me, honestly, it would be Ferrari. Like they bounced back from pretty much Monaco at this point, and like both drivers are getting there. But again, could be just like one race, but Monza's coming. It's home race for them, so I'd really want them to show out. But yeah, their performance was, if not like surprising, it would be better than what they've been doing for the past few races. Biggest loser for me would be Mercedes. Like before the break, they got 3 races in the bag. They won those 3 races, and their dominance, even on top of McLaren, was just like, wow, are they actually back? And everyone, all the pundits were like, maybe this is it. Maybe they finally found, you know, the perfect recipe for fixing their car and start to compete with the rest of the field. And then we're back to where we started. So, yeah, I mean, I was hoping that they were going to continue the momentum, and we'll take a look at Monza and see what happens.
Yeah, so for me, I'm going to echo you with Ferrari, specifically Leclerc, because we talked about this already. I feel like he kind of willed that car
Yes.
into 3rd place, and he had no place holding off Piastri the way he did. So I think he did an amazing job. I think the biggest losers, despite finishing 2nd, is Max and Red Bull. And for the only reason that this was the most, I mean, they've lost obviously previously this season. It's been very competitive, but they haven't been dominated the way that they used to dominate. I think it was just like a gut punch for them. You know, this is like where it kind of sits in and they're like, Jesus Christ, like we just lost by 22 seconds. Like that used to be us. This wasn't like a couple of seconds here, or even when he was in 5th or place, whatever it was. This is a humiliating loss for Red Bull. And I think for me, that's the biggest loser for the weekend.
Right. Yeah, you nailed it.
100% agree. Yeah. That hurts for Max. Home race. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's not a look.
Yeah.
So should we move on to Monza now? Obviously, we've talked a little bit about it. I think the first corner is also new, isn't it? Didn't they redo the first corner?
I have not been there. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I lied. I've seen it.
Yeah, I saw the
Somebody
photo
was
of it.
snapping photos, and they were doing like some of the other races that.
Yeah, like that was already like a tricky corner, and they've made it. I think they've like increased like the radius to the rate. It looks a little nuts, and it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that start line. Let's talk about our predictions going into the race. I'm gonna end with Ed because I don't want anyone to copy.
Yeah, the Oracle.
I don't want to copy the Oracle's prediction.
I love that. That's my name now. I love it. Thank you.
Self-proclaimed.
I was gonna say,
I'm just gonna run with
unfortunately,
it.
you named yourself the Oracle.
Yeah, but the thing is, you guys have a choice if you want me to continue.
No, we're gonna keep mocking you until you just realize that you don't get anything right based on
Okay,
your
fine,
FP1 predictions.
That's fine.
Unless he starts getting
FP1.
everything right.
FP1.
Unless he starts getting everything right, and then he's like, fuck you guys. I'm
That
the
would be
Oracle."
amazing.
That would be amazing.
Then we have the Oracle on our podcast. It's a win-win, really.
All right, so Drew,
Yeah, let's
predictions.
start off.
Let's go, Monza.
I'm gonna say Monza. We're looking straight line speed. Let's talk Ferrari. I'm gonna hopefully give it to Carlos Sainz. I think he's gonna pull one out of the bag because he's an absolute menace when he needs to be. I'm gonna give it to Max Verstappen because second place seems to be where he lands, and I'm gonna give third place to Lando Norris because I think he's got a taste of victory and standing on the podium, and I think that's 1, 2, 3 for me, baby.
Lando's going to be first. Watch that happen. Second, I'm going to say Carlos. Third, I'm going to say Lewis Hamilton is going to bring it out.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And Max, for the record, probably going to be like fourth or fifth.
Okay, so I'm going to go Leclerc first. I'm going to go Lewis second, and I'm going to go Piastri third.
Interesting. I will go with Lando first, Max second, Sainz third.
Okay, so you essentially just copied the finishing order from the last race.
Yeah.
Minus one driver, same team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite the Oracle
Wah,
moves.
wah.
Oracle.
Yeah, quite the Oracle moves here.
Real big predictions there. All right.
Stepping out of your comfort zone for that one, eh? Okay. It's all right.
This is so much fun. I love this.
The in-person shit talking is just at another level.
It
is at another
It's so
level.
much better because it cuts so much deeper.
Yeah, because we're not talking heads. You're
I
not
know,
just
I know, I
seeing
know,
it
I know,
on
I
the
know.
screen. It's just like, yeah.
You know what
feeling
it is, though?
You're feeling it.
You could catch a slap, though. That's the difference. Someone says something a little bit out of place and like the quick backhand pop, like
No, I don't think so.
it's a fucking possibility.
It
though.
is
And
a possibility.
It's a possibility, and that
you
keeps you on
came
your
close
toes.
through
Yeah.
a couple times through the screen.
See, there you go.
Oh, wow.
Keeps us honest.
I don't know. I that last comment I made to you, I looked in your eyes and it looked a little scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Dead inside.
There was like some side eye, or you're just like, you better shut the fuck up right now.
I'm gonna fucking
ruin you.
nunchuck you in the
Well,
face.
because M2 is outside. Really. No, I'm just kidding.
Piece of shit. Whatever. Do your worst.
It's a piece of shit. Wow. Must be
I'll
nice.
take the keys for a little spin after.
What are your V8? You got a V8, my
Only
friend.
34. So
Pardon?
let's
Yeah, but
let's
it's an 8. It's a higher number.
older car.
We're getting off track. We're getting
There you
Way
go.
off track.
Way
Yeah,
off
yeah,
track. This is what happens when you're in person.
It's true.
Right?
Yes.
Just fucking
Love
takes
it.
different
Still flying
tangents.
cars though, so
Still cars, four
Yes.
wheels, engine. One thing that we didn't discuss so far, new driver signed, Alpine, Doohan?
Jack Doohan.
Doohan? How do you say it?
Doohas, dun dun dun. Doohas, dun dun.
Okay. Dooin?
Dooin.
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 Whatever.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Oh
That's
my.
it?
That's the name of the fucking episode.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What happened to the red package?
What is Jack doing?
What is Jack? Oh, there you go.
Ah,
oh,
sneaky,
oh,
sneaky.
I like that. I like that.
Do we have any
Quite
commentary
clever.
on this, or is this just kind of like,
You know what?
welcome, Jack?
Yeah, I think that there's just an opportunity for somebody to jump on the grid and make a splash. That I'm gonna equate him from what I've seen in his persona and like his demeanor, something very similar to Oscar Piastri. Very like level-headed, quiet, to the point, good personality, very likable. The guys on the grid like him, people in the paddock like him, and he's just there to race. And you know what his skill level looks like, that's undetermined. We will find out very quickly what he can do in an Alpine. Not fucking much is the answer, but ultimately, I think he's a good addition to Alpine. I think him and Pierre Gasly, if they start a quick little bromance, that'd be nice. Because he's
what are
been
they
the
doing?
opposite of Esteban Ocon.
Do that. What were they gonna do?
Little bromance.
Oh my god. Okay. Right.
Okay. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what the dynamic is between Jack.
Jack Dooin.
What is Jack doing?
It's just
I'm gonna see what the synergy is between Pierre Gasly and Jack Doohan, and what that looks like. And they have a blank slate, which is the exact opposite of what Esteban and Gasly have been up to for the last 3-4 years. And I think that that Alpine needs that right now. They need a revamp, and I don't know what that team's going through, but they got to figure it out. And let's use this as an opportunity to get them there.
I mean, I agree. Like, even just having 3 Australians on the grid next year.
For now.
For now, yeah, yes, for now. But, like, if you take a look at previous Australian drivers that came in, like, they almost always have, like, the same mannerisms, the same attitude they bring. Like, David Coulthard, for example, or Mark Webber. And then we have Daniel Ricciardo, like, since he became like kind of weird and not performing anymore. But either which way, like, it's looking forward to having that good synergy in Alpine and having them competing again. But we'll see.
I don't know. I don't know the guy how he performs.
You say I don't know him personally?
No, I wanted to, but
Okay.
ESL kicking in, so I don't know how he's going to perform. I haven't seen much of his performance. I think it's going to be nice to see a new face on the grid, and we'll see what he brings to the table.
Is he Kiwi or is he Australian?
I'm actually not sure.
You know who's not Australian?
Who?
David Coulthard.
I thought he was.
He's English, bro.
He's English.
Rod.
Is he?
Yeah.
I
Scottish?
didn't want to fucking call him out on that, but he's a
Okay.
fucking
The
oracle.
Oracle, yeah.
No, but he's
Oracle.
Oracle, not the historian.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
fair
right.
enough.
You did make
He
a point.
only knows the future,
Only
nothing
the
about the past.
but we can't look into the past if you want to progress.
Oh my! Can I make a fortune cookie joke now? Is that allowed because you're Asian or what? Am I allowed to make a fortune cookie joke?
100%.
100%.
Go.
Did you read that off a fortune cookie?
Well, all of my predictions are from fortune cookies. I mean, it's
Oh, we need a new fortune cookie Ed segment. That's what we need to do. This guy cracks open a fortune cookie and reads out
Oscar
F1
Piastri will
results.
win.
And he reads out F1 results.
All right, what were we talking about? Doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
What's Jack doing?
What's he doing? All I know is that this leaves fewer spots for your boy, Bottas.
Yeah.
So who do we have left? We have a spot left at Kick. We have a spot left at VCarb. And that's it, right? That's it.
Mercedes? It hasn't been confirmed
Mercedes. I think we're
Kimi Antonelli's there.
Antonelli. We're
Sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yet. Okay.
that's what we're gonna.
Total
well, you
let
tell
it
us.
slip. Total
You
let it
tell
slip.
us.
Oracle.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like it.
No, I heard the total let it slip accidentally. He said
did?
something about the 2 seats, and then it was like an implied thing that he just kind of like let slip during a media coverage thing.
Okay.
There
so
you go.
So let's go. We got VCarb and we've got.
What about
Kick.
Red Bull? Red Bull still might have a second seat.
Maybe, but officially right now.
Officially, yeah, okay.
No one signed to those two teams,
Mhm.
assuming Antonelli goes to Mercedes. Who's filling those spots? Who's in? Who's out? And if you're Liam Lawson, are you just absolutely pissed right now?
I'd be
seeing
fucking
like
pleased.
Dooin come in here.
Yeah.
You got this random guy going into Williams Copolito. Not random guy, but
Colapinto.
Colapinto.
He really
We're
doesn't watch F2.
murdering names today.
Yeah.
No, I think that, I think he beat Cheese. I think it would just be one of those, situations where poor timing just like crushes a driver's career. And, it's happened before and it'll probably happen again. And, people are taking bets on no names versus something that's, maybe a B plus, and they're taking a roll of the dice on that they get a legendary once in a lifetime driver. Who knows? That's the thing. And I think that Red Bull and VCarb both have them in the back pocket that he's not going anywhere. And if we call him, he's going to answer. So let's try to roll the dice now. And if that dice doesn't roll out, look at Logan Sargeant. I don't know if I'd wait 18 months, but like they'll roll the dice, see what happens with Doohan, Colapinto. All these guys are doing the same thing. They get a free pass, especially with half a year. They can roll the dice with the last, whatever, 7 races or whatever we got left. And if something pans out, awesome. If it doesn't, Lawson's going to be sitting there willing to take that drive. I say roll the dice.
Well, the thing is, like, there was, what do you call this? There was a snippet from a German media outlet, and Helmut Marko gave an interview, and a snippet from that one was kind of weird for me, but maybe I guess that could be a prediction for the seat for 2025, that he said Liam Lawson is going to get a seat in 2025, but did not express if it was going to be V-Carb or Red Bull. Because at this point, like, if you look at Red Bull, Checo is still on, like, shaky ground right now to see if he's actually going to have a seat in 2025, regardless if he has that contract or not, because we've seen Red Bull just axe people left and right.
And you think that somebody that axes people left and right will be axing this motherfucker faster?
Exactly.
That still might happen, though.
Yeah.
It still might happen.
Yeah, but you think, like, how many chances?
Yeah.
What are we talking
And
about
I'm
here?
so surprised that
That
Red
they
Bull
haven't-
is still
yeah.
keeping him.
Yes.
Like,
They canned Albon and Gasly way faster.
oh, yeah.
Both both equally deserving drivers. Like, they give him way too many
But
passes.
what you said, money.
Mexican pesos,
Money.
baby. They got
Yeah.
them pesos.
Mm-hmm.
So really quickly,
How quick?
like super quick, Thomas, is Bottas going to have a ride next year?
At this point, I'm going to say no.
Is Rick going to have a ride next year? Danny Rick?
No.
Okay, Ed?
Same. Both no.
No?
I'm going to go with no on both, too, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love
You, Walker?
I'm going to say Bottas, yes. I'm going to hold out. I think
I hope you're right.
Kick is going to come through. I think Rick is done, though. And I think Liam should hop in that seat ASAP.
Should or will? I think
Should.
Yeah, I
Should.
think yeah.
I don't know who else would go in there. I think he will.
Yeah, okay.
I think
like
he
it.
will, yeah. And I think Checo's going to stay steady for now, at least till the end of the season.
That's bold.
We will see. That is bold.
That's so bold.
Yeah.
Super bold.
Yeah. Super bold.
Super bold.
Oh, Super Bowl Sunday.
All right, boys. We're going to do this in person. We've never done this in person.
This is nice.
All right?
Yeah.
We're going to do it again.
Oh, name that sponsor?
Name that sponsor.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Name that sponsor.
Yes.
Favorite game. We haven't played it in a while.
We have not played it in
I
quite
bet
some
you-
time.
Standings. Do you have the standings?
Can we not review the standings?
No, we absolutely
We don't
can.
have to. We don't have to.
Can we please review this?
No, we can. We 100% can.
Let's go over the standings.
So, for those of you that don't know how this game plays, I'm going to name a sponsor for a Formula One team, and these boys have to tell me what car it's on and what that company does. You get a
And-
point for each correct answer.
Thomas goes first, so then that way he doesn't copy and do this whole thing again. I don't know.
You might as well let him copy at this point.
Yeah.
The boy needs all the help he
I want a
can.
challenge. So
Okay, then you're
Okay,
first.
so let's just go over the standings so far. So we have Drew currently with 13 points in the lead. We
cheating.
have Ed. Wait, is this correct? No, this is correct. Shit. Sorry. Drew 13. We have Thomas with 5. We have Ed with 7. And we had a guest on several episodes ago that has 4 points, one less than Thomas. So we're going to do our best here. You cannot look. So we need to like.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, there.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's be honest here. Let's be honest.
Okay, so we're going to do this so you can't see shit. All right.
I'm actually curious because what I've never seen is how Walker does this. Like, does he just Google the cars and then just read a sponsor and then quickly Google the name? I actually don't know how this has ever been prepared.
So the first one is Gerard Perregaux. Gerard Perregaux.
Oh.
I'm gonna say Ferrari, and I'm gonna say accounting software system.
Okay.
Am I next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Clock
go
goes,
with Red Bull and clothing company.
You took mine. I was going to go Alpine and I'm going to go clothing, like fashion design.
All right, you're all wrong.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, great. Gerard Perregaux is a watch company. They are a manufacturer of luxury Swiss timepieces.
Never heard of them. Can't be great.
And they are on Aston Martin Racing.
Okay, let's go.
There we go.
Great
Zeros.
start.
Great
Yeah,
start.
yeah.
All right. Sponsor number 2,
Okay.
FAI Aviation Group.
V-Carb and aviation manufacturing.
Wow, all the way out there, right?
Same what the company does, but it would be on Williams for me.
Okay, and so you said aviation manufacturing?
Yeah, aviation.
Well,
Manufacturing, yes.
okay.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to go with McLaren, and I'm going to say they are a shipping and receiving company. That's the aviation part. They do like moving things.
Okay, so the FAI Aviation Group is Germany's leading global provider of mission-critical aviation services, offering fixed-wing air ambulance private jet charter. So,
Moving people.
so
No.
manufacturing, I'm going to go with
That's a no.
no.
Yeah, I agree. That's not that. Yeah.
Well, what did you say again?
I said they move things.
Yeah.
I did. What we do have now is tapes that we can
that's
roll back.
That's I wouldn't.
That's logistics evil
Yeah.
cousin.
It
say
does sound
logistics.
logistical.
I
It,
didn't say
it sounds very logistical. Ooh, I don't know. Mission critical but it's not mission critical.
It's true. I didn't say
Okay.
anything was critical in that mission.
Or kind of emergency, but they also say private jet charter.
Yeah.
This
see.
is tough. You know, I think we just have to take a vote. You guys can vote.
I'm gonna say no, just
course
because
you're gonna
Drew's
say
winning.
no,
because he's winning.
prick.
He's
So
taking
no.
a hard no. Like,
No.
You're supposed to be the one who's judging this thing.
Hey,
You
you know,
know-
what? With a lead like this, I'll say no to.
I'm going to say no.
Oh, whoa.
Well, thank you
I'm going to
so
say no.
much.
You did get a point, though, because you chose McLaren.
Hell yeah! Doesn't matter, boy.
Oh my God! Here we go.
All right.
That's 14. Whoever's not counting.
And the last one is, where did I put it? Oh, shit. All right, I'm going to just use another one. The next one is... Last one. Okay. Agilis.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
I was just about to say that.
Origin of the word, please.
This Agilis slaps.
Yeah, that helps. Helps a lot.
Exactly what I would have said. Slap me right in the agilis. Agilis.
Hold your horses, okay? Simmer down. I'm gonna say Aston Martin clothing company slaps. I don't know why. Just
A V-Carb people management software.
I'm going to go with Mercedes-Benz, and I think that they make medical devices.
Medical devices. I like that.
All right. Everybody's wrong. Might have been my fault. Might have thrown you off with that
Agilis.
sentence. So it's Steak. Steak Sauber is the team. Everyone got that wrong. And Agilis, from startup to enterprise, Agilis Networks has the right telecommunications solutions to grow your business.
Well, I was way off.
But the
Wow.
network slaps. It's like a great network. Super fast.
Totally would have got that. But just want to count. I got the only point there, boys. Just
All
saying.
right. So
I don't know what point.
zeros
Gloating.
across the board
Yeah.
I got a point.
for everybody else except Drew.
Thank you.
Drew got 1 point, so he extends his lead to 14.
14.
Thomas is holding steady at 5. Ed also holding steady at 7. And Chris is our dear guest from times past is at 4 points. Stay tuned. It's gonna be a wild race to the end.
Come
We
back.
have 10 more races. 10 more races. So there's still time. Actually, Thomas, you were almost. No, you're not mathematically eliminated. You got time.
Yeah,
you got 2
per,
points.
There's 6 around.
All right. Lots of time to catch up.
Lots of time to catch up.
Boys, this was fun.
That was it, baby.
This is it. First in person, first live.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
First one, hopefully not the last one.
No.
Definitely
It's
the
not going to
last
be
one.
the last one.
And you know what? This will be a lot easier next time. There'll be no YouTube University.
What do you mean? This is seamless, man. What the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about?
this is
Everything was-
professionally
They don't
done.
know that.
It was great.
They
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
see
yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
In pre-production. It was perfect.
For myself, the Oracle, Lithuanian, and Drew.
Why do we have the nicknames? It's on this side of the couch. The nicknames.
He's a racist.
Oh wow.
No,
Just a little one. Just a little one.
Just a little
Just a little one.
Gotta shit talk him more.
Yeah, I know. Oh shit.
This has been fun. This has been a good time. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, tell your friends, leave a review, join the Discord. What did I miss?
That's it, baby.
Find us on YouTube, socials, everywhere. F1TN, Formula One True North, the Canadian Formula One podcast.
We're out.
We'll see you next time. Peace.